Welcome in. It's Tuesday, February 8th. Everyone gearing up for the Super Bowl this Sunday, but some of us cover all sports, and that's exactly what we're going to do in this video. I'm Alex for Odds Checker, here with former odds maker for the Las Vegas line for over 30 years and sports betting expert Kenny White. He's going to give you his top college basketball plays and NBA play. I'll give you my top NHL play and the trends and stats to back them up. Kenny, I know you're in Los Angeles getting ready for the Super Bowl yourself. Thank you for the time. How is it in LA?
Hi, beautiful, Alex. You know, year round, it's 75 degrees here in Southern California. The weather is a little warm this week, and it is going to be hot. Game time, 83 degrees. But yeah, having a very nice time in Southern California and love being out here.
Very good. Let's get going with college basketball. Your first play is a Big East battle between Marquette and Connecticut. Connecticut opened a 7-point favorite, is down to -6. Total on that game, 141.5, down to 139.5.
Yeah, there's two great teams, but I think there's two teams maybe going a little bit opposite directions right now. Since that loss, there's a loss early. Marquette lost at home. They have revenge. Same season, home revenge. They lost 78-70 to Connecticut earlier this year. Since that time, Marquette is 8-2 straight up in the conference. Since that loss, Connecticut's 5-3 in conference since that win. Now, Marquette has covered 9 straight games in a row. They are 6-1 ATS in their road games. They are just playing great basketball. And Shaka Smart really has the defense ratcheted up. So Marquette has the better defense. They're on the 9-game winning streak, and they got a player named Justin Lewis. And if people haven't heard about Justin Lewis or don't know who he is, you need to watch this game. This young man is unbelievable. 6'7", 245 pounds. He's listed as a freshman because of last year's free COVID year. He is a sophomore. This kid is a great athlete and can do it all and continues to get better and better and better game by game. 4 of the last 5 games for Marquette, he has been the best player on the floor in those Big East battles. And I expect him to be the best player on the floor in this game in dominating fashion. I think Marquette has a very good opportunity to not only just cover, but to win this game straight up. My line on this game, Connecticut 1.
All right, we love to ride the streaks. Let's move on to the Big Ten. You have 2 games you like in this one. Wisconsin tied for second. They're at Michigan State. Michigan State -4. Total on that game, 139.5, down to 139.
Another revenge factor game. The Badgers lost at home 84-76 a couple weeks ago to Michigan State. Since that time, the Badgers are 3-1 straight up in the conference. Michigan State 2-2. Always like when my team's playing a little better basketball. Now, Greg Gard's team is 0-5 ATS, their last 5. That's my team, Wisconsin, the Badgers, who are betting tonight. But it's been a tough schedule, but they've been far better in their road games than their home games. They are 7-3 ATS on the road this year. Very impressive. Tom Izzo's team, Michigan State, 0-2 ATS their last 2. They're just 5-5 at home this year. Johnny Davis for Wisconsin will be the best player on the floor. We have the best player on the floor, the team with the better defense, and same season home revenge with the Badgers. Take the Badgers plus the points.
All right, then we have the 1 seed in the Big Ten, Illinois playing at Purdue. Purdue is tied for second right now. Purdue -6 at home. Total on that game, 147.5, down to 146.
Yeah, I watched these two play about 3 weeks ago. Purdue beat the Illini in Champaign in a double overtime contest. It was the return of Andre Corbello for the Illini, their point guard. Do everything point guard. This kid's great. He's got great quickness. He's a great passer. He's a great shooter. He can get into the lane. He can just do so many things. He makes their offense dynamic. They already have really good three-point shooters. Corbello is the guy that gets those guys the basketball. Kofi Cockburn is the best player on the Illini's team, the 7-foot center that is one of the top 10 players in college basketball. Now, the first time these two played, it was Corbello's return to the court. He didn't start the game. Brad Underwood brought him off the bench. And he brought him off the bench right after Kofi Cockburn got 2 personal fouls early in that game. They really never played together in the first half. Second half started. Both were on the court. Cockburn picked up his 3rd foul right away, had to go to the bench. And basically in a 40-minute game, well, 50 minutes counting the double overtime, Coburn and Corbello probably only played about 5 minutes together. Since that time, they've been back on the court together. Their last outing with both of them together, a 17-point win at Indiana. I have the Illini, the second best team in college basketball, 2 points better than Purdue. With the home revenge factor in this basketball game, I thought this game's somewhere near a pick. I love the Illini tonight. I think they can get you a straight-up win. I think all three of my dogs, it is a three-dog night. I think it's worth a parlay with all three, but worth also a money line parlay. And before you make a bet, go to oddschecker.com, check the odds, check the money lines, find out where you can get the best price before you make a wager.
I like it. Great stuff. Let's move to NBA. Minnesota Timberwolves at Sacramento. Total on that game is 234 down to 232. Timberwolves open 4-point favorite, now -7.
Yeah, this will be a fun game to watch. Two teams that really like to go up tempo. Minnesota, number 4 in the NBA in tempo. Sacramento, number 7, getting up and down the court. Now, De'Aaron Fox, questionable for tonight's game. That's the reason for the line movement. It's still listed as questionable, which means there is a possibility he could play. The line movement is telling me the professionals know something different, that he's not going to play. That still does not change the pace for the Sacramento Kings. And it still does not make their defense any better than 28th in the NBA. Minnesota, the Timberwolves, have been on a run on the road and going to the over. They are 20-7 this year in their road games over. Average score, 115.5 to 116.5, comes up to 232 points. That's against everybody. Tonight they're playing against a team that runs and cannot play defense. Now, over the last 10 road games, though, the Minnesota Timberwolves, their median score is 239 points. That's what type of pace they're playing. Their offense is coming around with Cat and Edwards and Russell. It's a dynamic basketball team that can score points. They don't play defense, though, and that's why their scores are so high. So Minnesota, Sacramento tonight, love the over, 232.
I agree with you on that one. I'm going to give you my one NHL pick. A lot of good matchups tonight I'm looking forward to. But I really like Minnesota Wild at Winnipeg over the 6. Minnesota is 10-2 to the over against division opponents, and Winnipeg is 12-6 to the over at home. Now, these two already played once this year. Minnesota won that one 6-5. I see this game going a little bit in the same direction, especially Minnesota has won 6 in a row. Well, those are our Tuesday picks. Thank you so much for joining us. He's Kenny White. I'm Alex for Odds Checker. We'll see you next time.